Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jack. Welcome back, and it is so good to be back. It's been a while since I made a video, but let's get right to the point. This impressions of the Black Ops 3 beta video or this commentary is not going to be like me going over everything that's wrong with the game, everything that's right with the game, and all that. Mine is going to be pretty cut and dry because at this point, through playing the beta and everybody else playing the beta and all the other commentators out there that have been making videos, I mean, everybody pretty much knows. Even people that haven't played the beta pretty much know what needs to be fixed in this game. So my first impressions isn't really going to cover much of that. It's just going to be very cut and dry. It's going to be like a kind of like a rough draft, so to speak, if that's a way to describe it. And the thing is this: I'm going to start by saying this. Thank God that we got a beta. I mean, thank goodness, because if you think about it, if we got the quality of gameplay on release, if we got this kind of quality gameplay on release, then I'm sure a lot of fans would have not been too happy. A lot of people would have been very upset, and which is understandable. And especially considering some other betas that have been released and how the connection is pretty darn smooth. I mean, obviously they're not perfect because they're betas, and that's why you can't really judge even this game and all that. But, you know, if you look at, like, let's say Titanfall or Destiny or Halo, you know, when you look at those betas, they didn't run perfectly, but as far as gameplay is concerned, they ran pretty smooth, at least with my experience. But the thing is, thank God we got a beta, because they will have a total of 2 months. Treyarch is going to have 2 months to basically get everything balanced, fix everything, and, you know, make the connection as smooth as they possibly can. And the way I look at it is, you know, we're going to get if Treyarch plays their cards right, which I have faith that they will, because I have seen a lot of good things about this game, despite the fact that, despite the fact that I've been having quite a challenge of getting decent gameplay. Part of the reason is my fault, because I run solo most of the time. But anyway, but the thing is, they have shown time and time again that they are capable of fixing problems. I mean, they're not perfect, and obviously not every problem is going to be fixed. But, you know, there will be improvements, that's for sure. That's the least we can expect, right? I mean, let's hope so, right? But the thing is, if they do fix these things, and if they do it right, then we will officially have a Call of Duty that will compete with Black Ops 2 and possibly surpass it in almost every way. So with everything that they've added and with the way the maps flow, and this game is going to have a learning curve to it. And I personally like that. I know a lot of people out there probably don't, because especially even some people that have been in it a while probably don't like that sort of thing, because, well, number one, they want simplicity, which is understandable, and at the same time, they have worked, there are people out there that have worked really hard to get good at this game, and all of a sudden it feels like they have to kind of start all over again and then kind of go through the grind again, given the fact that they even want to go through that. So, but me personally, I kind of I got a love-hate relationship with that sort of thing. It's like, on one hand, I don't want to go through it, but on the other hand, it's like, if you do go through it, the rewards are satisfactory. So yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on that sort of thing. But with everything that they've added, I mean, I'm actually surprised that the specialists are not too overpowered, in my opinion. Snipers seem pretty well balanced. Out of all the games I've played, I've only seen one sniper that really did work. But who knows? Maybe that'll change. So, but anyway, I said I wasn't going to go over the things that need to be fixed or toned or anything. But just making this commentary very, very simple and not too much into detail, because it's been done to death. They have every opportunity to make this quite a hit, the biggest hit since Modern Warfare 2 probably. Black Ops 2 was very successful, but, money-wise, it wasn't as successful as Black Ops 1 and or Modern Warfare 2 for that matter. So no Call of Duty game is ever going to be as basic as COD 4 ever again, probably, unless they decide to just backpedal it for whatever reason. But with that said, with all the stuff that they're adding, while keeping the formula as Call of Duty-ish as possible, so to speak, as long as everything gets ironed out correctly, and obviously it's not going to be perfect among release. There's no such thing as a perfect game, but if they iron it out correctly to where, you know, these things that everybody's been mentioning, you know, don't as long as they don't make it to the point to where the game is frustrating and not fun anymore. If they make it to the point to where the game feels good to play and satisfactory to play, and it's got that kind of addictive factor again, then I would have to tip my hats to them. So we officially, after the beta is over, which will be over in a few days now, we will have officially 2 months or 2 months and a week or something like that to you know, to finally see the final product, and I'm looking forward to it, you know, and I'm gonna be optimistic, because that's one thing that I've you know, that I'm trying to change personally in my life is optimism. You know, even when you see bad things or something that you don't like, you know, you still try to be optimistic, because the outcome can still change for the better. So I will say this: the game has a learning curve, and a lot of veterans might be having a little bit of a hard time, but with a little bit of practice and a little bit of repetition, things will get better as time goes on, and in the end, we'll all be better for it. And for people that are new, there's plenty of stuff to get into, and at the same time, it's a good place to start. Granted, they fix all the things correct, you know, the right way, and you know, from their data and from what the community says. So I didn't want this video to, obviously, as I mentioned before, I didn't want this video to be this commentary to be the same old commentary of things that need to be fixed, things that need to be buffed, things that need to be nerfed, just like every other commentary out there. So just a very basic and positive commentary that says that if the cards are played right, and if the work is done correctly, that we are going to have a good year of Call of Duty, and that in and of itself is definitely a good thing. And there's lots to be looked forward to. So with that said, I hope those of you that are playing the beta are having the best experience possible, although not perfect. But trust me when I tell you, when, you know, if you guys or other commentators out there are having trouble getting gameplays for videos and stuff like that, trust me when I tell you, I feel your pain and I sympathize completely. But just stick with it, and you'll get it. And, you know, when it comes down to it at the end, it really isn't always about gameplay anymore. It's all about how you represent yourself overall. I think that's what it's kind of turned into now. So although you always like to try to provide good gameplay, but at the same time, just don't let it get you down, and it's only a matter of time before you're going to get better, even with a beta like this. So for the rest of you guys out there that are struggling to get gameplays, you know, if I can get a decent gameplay, so can you. So keep your heads up, and let's hope that Treyarch gets this thing right in these next 8 or 9 weeks that they have before release, and hopefully on release day when everything comes out, the game will be smooth enough to the point that we're going to be fun, and we're going to pull 24-hour marathons and call off from work simply because we're having too much damn fun in this game. So and let's hope it's like that, and let's look at it that way. So until then, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I will have a few more gameplays up. I am going to try not to post Black Ops 2 anymore, probably, simply because I just feel like I've posted it enough, especially since the game is almost 3 years old now. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any comments or anything like that, constructive criticism, leave it down in the comments section. And thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.